Okay, so I've opened Infinity up and we're going to start a new project. We're going to go to File, New Project, and we'll call it Holder Dirt Pile 2. I've already done one. So we'll hit Create. And now we're going to import the data. I'm going to import, this case I'm going to import the XML. You can import DXFs, you can import directly off the instrument, but in this case we're going to do the XML that we created. Import. Now here is the pile that we created. We started on 1, backslided 2, moved up, ended up on 4. If we rotate this around, you can see this is the drive path. There's some areas up here that's a little light, but that's because it's flat and we couldn't get it from down low. And you can see that we caught a little bit of the dirt or a little bit of the overspray if you hold it up. And we caught back here. If you look right here, this is that gas tank that we caught. We're only doing 1 foot by 1 foot grid, so it's not too definitive of what it looks like, but there it is. Also, this is an intensity, so you can actually see that this is colder than this, which is full of fuel, so it's going to be colder. So what we're going to do now is we're going to tip it up on looking straight down, and all we're going to do is start cleaning up the areas that we want to not include into the volume calculation. So basically I'm just going to manipulate it, and I'm going to go to scanning, and I'm going to hold the control button down, and I'm just going to start drawing around let go, and then go to delete. I'm going to continue doing this around here. It won't delete the traverse line, the yellow line there, because I'm only getting rid of the scan data or the point cloud information. Right, I think I cleaned it up. Oh, there's a little bit left. I can also hit the shift button and make a box. Or basically I'm holding the shift button down, left click, and creating a box. And then a window. There. Now it's pretty much all cleaned up. I mean, I can get more in here, but I don't think it's actually going to affect it too much. You can see. So now what we have to do is we have to create a surface on here. So we're going to go to surface, and we're going to make a new one here. Once the surface has been created, I'm going to highlight it here, and I'm going to come over to the properties and just simply rename it. I'm going to say, I don't know, cleaned up pile. Then I'm going to hit apply. So that way if you had multiple piles here, you can name them, and that way you know which ones to use. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into the inspector, and I'm going to go and find all the scans that I did. Now we labeled them 1 through 4, but if they were different dirt piles, you could select certain ones that you wanted. So one was, I don't know, one was from one pile and one from the other, so you can just select which ones you want to do. And in this case we're going to choose them all, and we're going to go up here and say add to, and the one we called the surface is cleaned up pile. So now if we go back to the view, you can see we have created, and I'll turn off the point clouds, we've created the tin for the area that we're going to calculate the volume for. So now we have 4 options up here. Only 3 of them are available because we only have one surface. If we had 2 surfaces here, say we scanned this once, came through, scanned it again on the known coordinate system as previous, we can go surface to surface and it will actually calculate the difference between the 2 surfaces. To point, meaning if we had a point number here, 1 or whatever, it'll do the volumes from that point. Or if to a height, if we wanted to do an elevation here, then we can go from elevation from whatever you wanted up. It'll give you both values from the above it and below it. So what we're going to do is a stockpile here. We're going to press stockpile, and over to the reference surface, it wants to know which surface we're going to do a stockpile from. And we only have one, so we're going to pick up the cleaned up pile and say OK, and you can see it started at 99.86 and ended at 154.31. If we chose to height, we could have chose, it would ask you what height you want to go from. Simply hit calculate, and now you see we have 42,473.8 cubic yards. Now once we're done with this, we can also generate a report by hitting report, and you can see that we've created a volumes report. This can be edited to your company's logo, and it shows the reference. If we did different types, you'd have a reference height or a reference point or reference height, but we only did a stockpile, so it's only going to give you the complete volume, and it gives you the area in 3D and 2D, the perimeter area, perimeter in 3D. And then this is, you can save this as we can print it or say export it as a PDF or just a TIFF file.